And good day. I am the gadfly from the grassroots, Danny Tennell. I am looking and I want to speak carefully, but not too long. The Epstein files, what millions failed to accept. By now, the Epstein files that have been released has been to some degree all the rage over every social media platform, but not in a way that is going to bring justice to those victims. And there's a reason why nothing's going to be done to Donald Trump. Nothing is going to be done to none of those that are guilty and that are part. Because what you have to understand and what people refuse to accept is that there's a possibility that some of them literally are not even human. In 2009, a model disappeared, Gabriela Rico Ramirez, if I pronounce her name correctly. She spoke about how the rich and powerful dismembered babies, removed their intestines, and ate the feces. Rich people, powerful people. Does that sound human? The late Andrew Dawson, about 3 years ago, a YouTuber, was traveling through Canada and filmed what he called a giant. The CIA made him retract his statement and he disappeared. His life ended anyway. And then at least 2 years ago, there was a Tiffany Gomez on a flight who freaked out because she said that the person next to her wasn't human. And they used a replacement to debunk what she saw, but it was obviously not the same woman. John Lennon, the late Beatle, or great Beatle for some, he said that our world was ran by insane people for insane ends and with insane objectives. And he said they would probably put him away, and that was insane. Was it something like October 1980, as John Lennon was coming out of retirement, that he was suddenly murdered? The late writer Charles Forth, I believe the word that's pronounced 14 writer, Charles Forth said under his investigation of strange things that occurred in history, he said something owns us. Why do I cite these? Because when you listen, really listen to not only the sexual assault and the buying and selling and abuse of children, there is horror that many people are not looking at, and the horror is why they're eating them. Clearly, at some aspects in human history, cannibalism has always existed. But there's something else going on. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm not privileged to high level top secret files, but I am privileged to understand history and biology. The former CEO of Nestle said some years ago that human beings had no right to clean water. Think about it. Is that something someone human would say? You can easily Google that around 300,000 years ago, at the first appearance of modern man, and that's what we are, modern humans, there were 7 other distinct species of men. And as late, if I remember correctly, about 40,000 years ago, there was as many as 4 different species of men. That's actual science, not conspiracy theory. Modern humans, which is what we are, for whatever reason, is what we know of. But so much of our history on this earth has been wiped out or covered up by both powerful religious organizations and police agencies. Clearly, and I'm speaking, maybe it's conspiracy for some, but I'm really of the opinion that something other than man is intelligent on this planet, and it didn't necessarily come from outer space. It was developed here. This is why, strangely, if you study theology, archaeology, and history, the gods of all humans and their need for blood sacrifice and copulation with the human race show that most of those said gods had to, in some form or another, if you understand chromosomal match, had to be at some point human. And I leave you with this. Could it be possible that one of those humanities of the past advanced beyond what modern humans did, and that they are still here, and that they may or may not, some of them look human, but may not be human? Something to think about. Stay woke.